everybody, and welcome to this stream. My name is LB Hackemup, and this is my channel. We're doing Playthings of the Gods today, which is the D&D 5th edition game that we play almost every Sunday, but it might be a little wonky coming up because moving and stuff. Before we get into things, I just want you guys to know that today is April 11th, 2021, and you are loved. We find that very important to tell everyone out there. You are loved, you are seen, and we are all about it. We're so glad you're here with us today. We are going to be continuing our Playthings of the Gods sessions with episode 4. Before we get into things, let's go around and have everybody say who you are and who you're playing and all that fun stuff. Starting with Savvy.
That's me. Hello, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets. My streaming schedule is pinned to my Twitter, so you can find everywhere I am there. It's a lot of places. But tonight I am playing Alhena, the Circle of the Stars druid, who's just doing her best.
She's
like
the
me.
goodest girl. Next up is my dear friend Sarah, aka the Hype Goblin. How are you? Who are you playing? What are you doing?
I'm sleepy. Hi guys, I'm Sarah. You can find me on the internet as the Hype Goblin on all the social medias. I will be playing Nismet, the wild magic barbarian. Yes, I said that right. She's Dragonborn.
You've done it. Good job. Next up is our dear friend Tanya. Tanya, who are you playing tonight?
Oh, hey guys, my name's Tanya Rowland. Tonight I am going to be Moxie, the Tiefling Bard, and Ted is going to be my familiar, my pug here. And if you like weird things, look for me on anywhere you get podcasts, Spider Facts with Billy. It's dumb, it's amusing, and that's all I got.
Wonderful, wonderful. We've switched things around just a little bit because Rachel's internet is a little bit more reliable than Kelly's. So if she goes out, everything will still be in the right place. Rachel, who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth. Tonight I am playing Talon, the Elven Ranger. And she's got her trusty sidekick, the Bloodhawk Root.
Perfect, perfect. And Kelly coming in with the new headset / microphone. So hopefully everyone hears you perfectly tonight. Who are you playing? What are you doing?
Hi, I'm Kelly. Actually, this is old. I don't know how old this is. Anyways, I am Nazira. I am a drow and I am a rogue. And you can find me on the TikToks under Shorty Kel. That's about it. So yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you guys for playing with me tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate your beautiful faces. And I guess let's just get into the recap. It's been a couple weeks since we've played. Forgive me if I forget something because I literally have not slept in my own bed for more than one night in the last like 3 or 4 weeks. So tonight's that night. So last time on Playthings of the Gods, our friends were taken into the woods by one of their, who they thought was one of their friends, a night hag named, and I'm not going to remember her name, but she was not who she said she was. She tried to take Nismat's soul from her and keep it captured. Our companions fought this hag and found out that one of her 2 hogs was indeed a hellhound and the other was a Eladrin who had been changed named Will. And with his help, they were able to defeat the 2 creatures from different planes and go back. They went back to her house to find all of the hag-like things that she had stored there, unknown to anyone else in her basement. They were able to get Gwyre's soul and bring it to the Temple of Ilmater and give it to the priest there, who was able to put it back in their body. And when they went back to the brothel, where the rest of the girls were waiting patiently for them, everyone came back. Everyone was happy. They partied. It was great. Gwyre's just kind of went to bed because it had been a night. And after that, our dear friend Alhena had a very nice dream where a nice lady said that she was happy that she found them. Is there anything else? Did I forget anything? Sounds good. Cooliosis. Oh, also, Will wants them to take him back to his hometown, where his supposedly his husband still is. That is back in Succumber, which is about 5 days on foot away from Daggerford, which is where our company currently is. And they're going to pay them once they get there because they were a pig for a long time and has no money. So you guys wake up at the brothel, maybe some a little hungover, maybe some just making breakfast as you guys do because you're adorable. Will is trying to see if he can borrow some things from the brothel. We'll see how it goes for him. But what is everyone doing? Alhina, you just woke up feeling wonderful, like you had the best night of sleep of your life. What are you up to?
I'll contribute to breakfast.
There's
feel
no
like
bacon at breakfast this morning.
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
probably for the best.
Yeah.
I'll contribute.
All right. What
And she's
are
feeling good, probably up early.
Yeah, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Nizmat will also be working on breakfast. She'll do fancy pancakes again. Because everyone liked those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some of the leftover prime rib that I made the night before, and because it's super rare, that's how it should be cooked. And I'm gonna bring some out to Root, who's probably outside, just roosting on top of the brothel somewhere. I'm gonna bring him a big old plate of meat and tell him thanks for watching over us.
He
And then
eagerly
send him on his
accepts
way. Yeah, so he doesn't have to go hunt this morning. He can, just grab some food, and I'm gonna sit outside with a cup of tea.
Sounds lovely.
I'll
What's
be off
Moxie doing?
talking to the ladies from the brothel because I like hearing their stories,
Okay.
and I've missed out on a couple nights, so I'll be out talking to them.
Okay. Yeah, they're very eager to tell you more about their interesting stories. There is a halfling that talks about her time in living in the South, where people are very different. She was a belly dancer down there, and just dealing with different types of people in her profession. Yeah. What's Nazira getting up to this morning?
Nazira is drinking her coffee with alcohol, and she is just trying not to laugh at Moxie.
Fair.
She finds it adorable.
Rachel, is that a cat or a feather? It's a cat. Okay. I thought you were playing with something, and then I saw your
No,
message. I'm like, wait.
This is Link. My little fluffy interruption who just knocked Root down.
What a sweet bean. We have all the
Your
animals
bird
today.
is not your familiar. I am.
All right, perfect. So Will has asked you guys to try. He's tried to hire you to take him back home. You have agreed to do this. What would you like to do to prepare for that? It's about, like I said, it's about just over 5 days to walk there, and you'll be next to the river. It's a little treacherous. It's not. It, you'd be going upriver, so it doesn't make much sense to boat to the next location. But you have rations and rolls and everything. Get ready, making sure people know you're leaving. What she want to do?
I want to go to. Is there a tea shop in town?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably. I need to go to the tea shop to replenish my my little supplies. 'Cause, you know, when you're wandering the woods, gotta have a bag of tea. You need some caffeine. It's one of my only vices because Talon doesn't drink much. So she wants to go get some tea, and maybe, you know, a little sugar to put in it. And so she's gonna walk back inside and tell everybody that before we go, she wants to run into the tea shop, and if anybody wants to come with her, they're more than welcome. But she's gonna leave in the next few minutes.
I'm going to the tea shop. Do they
Cool.
sell anything else other than tea?
I'm not
They
sure.
Oh, sorry. They probably
Okay.
have some like general goods sort of things. It would be odd for there to be a shop that just had tea in this sort of environment. It's better for people to sell more than one thing.
Then I'm in.
Go do a little shopping. Anyone
right.
else want to come with us?
Nazira has to find one of her contacts to be a stand-in bodyguard while she's gone. Because Bolar is being a butthead and won't do it.
He said that he could help you look for someone.
For a fee.
For a fee? I mean, finder's fee, right?
Nazira's got contacts. She'll find something.
All right. Sorry?
Nizmet will help Nazira go search for someone after breakfast.
Okie dokie. So at the tea shop, known as the Golden Leaf, the owner of the tea shop, whose name is Mavi, Mavi, Mavi is a half-elven woman. I should take notes as I'm making this up. Who has I had all my NPCs up, but they're not here. Hold on. I have to go to my half-elf page. She has darker elven skin with red hair that is curly. It falls down in a braid over her shoulder. She looks very stern, but she is, as you know, a sweetheart. You guys walk in, and she is currently brewing herself something, and her niece is a very young, again, dark-skinned, redheaded girl, is running around, probably about 6 years old. She's straightening the shelves and trying to be very helpful. She's going to look at you guys and just say, "Oh, good morning. How may I help you?"
Alhena, who is 6'5" and half horse, has like ducked through the door and is just like standing very still, trying not to knock anything over.
A literal bull in a china shop.
I'm being very careful.
I'm just looking for some varietal of black tea.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else I can get you while you're here?
I'm not sure. Need to look around a little bit.
Sure.
Hey, what's the weirdest thing you have here?
For sale?
Sure.
It's expensive. I do have a tea that was from Chult. It is a cinnamon-based tea, and it's well, I haven't had it tested, but it does. I was told that it does have gold leaf as well as perhaps snake skin in it. It's very good.
By expensive, what does that mean?
If you want a 3-ounce bag, I would sell it for 25 gold.
Oh, that's a little out of my price. What's the weirdest cheap thing you have here? Not tea related, just anything.
The little girl sort of runs up to you and not inappropriately, but she's going to tug on your tail, not knowing that that's probably not something that she should do. And she kind of looks up at you with like wide eyes and like tugs on your tail and kind of points over to a shelf, and there is a wooden cup that seems to be carved by someone who knows what a cup looks like, but is trying to describe it to someone who doesn't. you might presume that she may have made this.
I have to decide if I want to be nice to children or not.
It's a character choice.
Oh man. Moxie like looks at the kid just completely disgusted because Moxie's not a fan of children.
You work at a
But
circus.
I know. That's why I'm not a fan of children. Unless I'm on performance. Then I remember myself. I'm like, oh, okay. How much for this cup?
And she kind of like looks down and like looks at her mom, and she puts up 2 fingers. And the girl goes, 2 gold. And the lady at the counter just kind of like does this, and she goes, gives the lower symbol, and she's like, 2 copper.
I'm like, all right, sold. 2 copper. I'll buy it.
Yes, she will eagerly take your copper from you, and then she goes over and she grabs the cup, which will function as a cup. It's just not very pretty and also not very big. It's like maybe a little bit bigger than an espresso cup size. And then she's gonna take it, and she goes over and she finds some paper, and she wraps it in the paper and then puts it in a little bag for you and like holds it up to you.
I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to use this every day.
She looks so excited. And the woman behind the counter is like smiling along, getting some tea for Talon. She kind of leans over. Are you going to be wanting anything back there?
Oh, yes. I would like something that is native to here. I'm not from here and we don't have a lot of tea.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a nice hazelnut tea, or a hazelnut coffee. We have a lot in the woods.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Okay. She starts to package some things up. How much are you guys looking to buy?
Probably just 4 ounces. That should hold
Okay.
me over for good amount of tea for a trip, especially if everybody's going to probably be drinking some. And then I'd
Yeah.
also like some sort of like calming herbal tea
Sure. Some
as
sleepy
well.
time, if you will.
Yeah, some sleepy time. Yeah, something with like chamomile and lavender in it. Maybe a
Yes.
little fruity.
All right. She will definitely hand that over to you. It's did you guys need anything else as far as like you wanted some sugar?
Yeah, a little sugar and honey if she has it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So she is going to pass that over. Altogether, it's probably like 5 gold total. So however you guys want to split that up. Not that doesn't include the 2 copper that
Yeah.
was spent earlier.
I'll just throw the 5 gold at her and grab our bag.
All right.
Uncomfortable with social interaction. There's a child here. It's weird.
I will say that the child has probably moved over to Alhina and like is like looking up at her like wide-eyed. Like she's seen you around town, but she just slowly reaches a hand out to pet your flank.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Can I pet you?
Sure.
She's very like kids don't have that great of coordination, so she's kind of just palming your back. And she looks over to her aunt who is finishing up the transaction, and she's like, she's so soft. And the aunt looks mortified. And she's like, oh, no, please. She just like comes over and grabs her. I'm so sorry. She's very
it's
precocious.
okay. It is very soft.
You guys have a great trip.
Thank you very much.
You guys get your tea and exit. Nazira, you tell me about your contact.
My contact is someone I get along with. Top of my head, first thing I can think of is like a barbarian halfling. That's the only thing that's like coming to my mind. So they are
Oh,
a
really?
barbarian halfling, and Yes.
Cool, cool, cool,
um,
cool, cool.
um,
So,
yeah. That's all I
you
got.
guys, all right, cool, cool. You guys make your way past the center of town, sort of towards the outskirts. There is a tavern on that side called the Dusty Biscuit. I'm on fire with
Uh,
names today.
the Dusty Biscuit?
The Dusty Biscuit.
You're on your naming A game today.
A plus. You know that underneath the Dusty Biscuit there is a fighting ring, and as you guys move, you figure that either your friend is going to be A, passed out there, or B, finishing a fight this early in the morning from last night. You move your way to the sort of back of the building where there is a door to the basement, and as you approach it, the doors fling open, and this woman who has sort of a crop top wrapping of a shirt. She has sort of gray pants on and lots of different tattoos all over her body. And she looks at Nazira, drunkenly smiles, like, Nazi, what's up? And before you is your dear friend, Gwen Stompfoot.
I'm so happy you got my reference for this.
Thank you very much for the gifted subs, Josh. Appreciate you very much.
As Gwen is like, Nazi, I'm like, Gwen! And
You get tackled.
yeah, I go to high five her.
Yeah, no, you get
I
tackled.
Even
Yep.
better. I love it. Perfect. I love it.
Wow, what's up, man? What do you? And her eyes kind of glance over at Nisbet, and she's like, you look fucking strong.
I am. Thank you very much.
Why haven't you ever fought in the pit?
Oh, usually I'm too busy gardening.
You garden?
Uh-huh. I did that shop's flowers over there.
Fucking
She points to,
dope.
like, yeah, she points to, like, some window boxes.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet. How you should fight sometime. You wanna fight right now?
I mean, I could. Do we have time? She'll look at Nazira.
Yeah, we got time. I think we have time. I'd pay to watch this.
Okay.
Gwen Gwen is super excited by this. The owner of the shop, Mr. Biscuits himself, steps out. He's a burly lumberjack looking man with a golden beard that is just like poofy to the point that he looks like he got electrocuted. And he kind of closes the doors behind him and he looks over at you two and just gives Nazira a smile, looks over at Nismat, gives you a nod, and he's like, Gwen, I'm gonna need you to not be drunkenly fighting in the street. And she's like, well, open the shop back up and I'll kick her ass down there. He's like, look, I need you in fighting condition for tomorrow, okay? Can you just put your bullshit aside for like 5 minutes? She's like, you old fart. She does the floppy hands thing. And she's like, rain check.
All right. When's
Why?
it supposed to rain?
Is it supposed to rain today? They both are just staring at the sky.
Anyways, Gwen.
Ah.
Yeah. I need to ask, sweetie.
Why?
I gotta be out of town for a while. Do you mind helping out at the brothel every once in a while I'm gone?
Well, I mean, I guess if people are interested, I've been told that I have a great figure and that I'm pretty good in bed, but like, I don't know how much I don't even know how much I charge for that.
Uh, I'm gonna help out, like guarding the girls and taking care of them. But if you want to like work that a few times, you're more than welcome to.
Well, the fact that I considered it right off the bat might say something about myself, but you know what? Yeah, I mean, like, I got time. I just got to fight
Cool.
sometimes, which is cool.
That's fine. Yeah, just like
Cool.
popping in every once in a while.
Yeah. Talk to
Cool.
Susan, right?
Yes, Miss Susan. She will get you
Yeah.
all squared away.
Solid. Would I get like a discount for working there?
You might have to take that up with Susan.
All right. I'm gonna I should probably sleep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do, but I'll go over there tonight because I got your back. You're
Yeah.
a good cookie.
I try.
Okay. I'm just gonna, and she there's a pile of hay that seems to have had a nest made out of it. Like, clearly someone has slept here before. It probably was Gwen. She curls up into it and just right next to the door of the shop, or the back of the shop, and she just passes out. And
He's just looking at her like, God, I love her.
And then Mr. Biscuit kind of looks at you guys, looks at Gwen, and he's like, I'll remind her when she wakes up.
You're a good man, Biscuit. Don't ever change.
You know what they say. Cream rises to the top. I don't know. Let's go. Bye.
Bye.
All right, you have secured Gwen to take over your spot at the brothel for a little while. Do you guys need any other supplies for travel?
No, I don't think so. I'm good.
Okay. All right. What is your plan? I guess you guys all do your jobs. You've gotten your supply. Well, you've gotten your tea, and you meet back at the brothel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will is there. He is. The girls are very interested in his outfit. It's got the leaves going down it, so it looks very fancy. He appreciates the attention. He's not showing off or anything, but he will, as they speak to him about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, and I can do this," and you see him change into his spring form, and all of the leaves turn this bright red, and his hair sort of goes red again, and they're all ooh, very impressed by him. So what is the plan? What are you gonna do?
Talon's going to let out her super high-pitched whistle, which I'm not going to do for everybody here because that would just be obnoxious because we're inside. But is going to whistle for Root so that, I don't know where he is, so that he comes, and since we're going to head off soon, and I'm sure that probably makes everybody stop what they're doing for a second.
Yeah, they all kind of turn and look, and you see Root just come in and land on your shoulder, waiting for commands or what's going to happen next. Will kind of sees you guys and waves, kind of gives the girls I'm sorry, I gotta go, and moves down towards you guys. So, did we figure out where we're going, or when we're leaving? I was hoping we'd go sooner than later, so I could, get back.
Well, we're good to go whenever. Which direction are we headed? North? East?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
you would know where it is.
Okay.
It's between here and, actually, if you look on the Sword Coast map, which I think I shared in.
You did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Daggerford is on the coast, just south of Waterdeep. You are going to head up the Delimbier River to Succumber.
I'm gonna tell Root to go scout ahead for us since I know which direction we're going, and I'm just gonna have him head off since I think we're gonna head off soon, and have him circle back after going a few clicks, miles. I don't know. Do we use miles in this world? I don't remember
Yeah.
what the leagues. No, I'm just kidding.
I like clicks. That's hilarious.
Clicks. Yeah. I'm gonna have him go a few clicks and
mean,
then
if we have
circle
to, I
back
can, like,
to us
yeah.
and let us know, what's ahead of us. So I'm just gonna have him scout ahead since it seems like we're gonna be leaving soon.
Oh, a click is a kilometer. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what even is
Learn
that?
The more you know.
Ta-da.
And what
Ta-da.
city are we going to for Will again?
You are going
Cumber.
to, yes,
What was it?
it's called Succumber. Secomber.
Okay. Thank you.
Which, by the way, I'm going to post this in chat because I found this today. I found a really interesting interactive map for the Sword Coast where you can like measure out how far something is, and it'll like give you a little tidbit about the history of the town and kind of what it's like.
that's
Lifesaver. So
Badass.
yeah.
That's
Uh,
nice.
So Talon would know you came from the High Forest, which is north of this river. You would probably have come down this river towards Daggerford. So you emerged out of the forest, close to Succumber. So you know the way. But you also know it's going to take 5 days to get there.
And I'm eager to leave. So I'm looking to round everybody up and get the hell out of town.
Cool. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to do before we go?
Nazira's going to talk to Susie
Okay.
about Gwen coming by and stuff and all that fun things.
Right, and she is she understands. She knows that you like to travel and do different things. She knows of Gwen and is eager to see how she's going to behave in front of all of the other workers. But that's fine with her, and she's sends you off. I think she's the kind of person that would send you off with like a basket of like muffins or something like that. Like a little, just a little extra, yeah. She is Midwestern after all.
I baked these for you.
Yep. Oh, I knew you were going to be leaving, so I just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to be going on an empty stomach. So
Thanks, Mom.
she gives you she kisses her hand and slaps you on the cheek and like sends you on your way. And all the girls wave to you. All the workers wave to you as you guys take off towards the river. Coolio. So you guys have all traveled before, right? Like you've been on the road by yourself and as a group at this point, right? What is the sort of the normal of your traveling? Is it silent? Does Moxie just sing songs the whole time? Why don't you give us a little insight as to what usually happens or what your character would usually do?
I think it started as Talon out ahead of everybody, very far ahead of the group. And as they've started like traveled together for longer, that distance is getting shorter and shorter. And now she's only like, maybe like 10 feet ahead of like where everybody else is, like it started like, she was way out in the distance scouting, just uncomfortable being around people. And now that distance has gotten shorter and shorter as she feels like she's actually part of a group. But still very quiet.
Yeah, I'm definitely jamming out on my pan flute. And I'm like mindlessly talking most of the whole time or playing music or singing.
Nizmet is very happy to listen.
As we're passing, like if there's like certain like herbs and stuff like along the way, like Talon might like grab a few and like tell everybody a little tidbit about them if they like look at her while she's grabbing it. Oh, this is good for It's like antibiotic, or this is good for like inflammation reduction, or just like grabbing a few little things along the way. Oh, this tastes really good with rabbit meat. Like,
Alina's like all about it because she knows a lot about nature, but not a lot about nature here. I think she's also probably done the most traveling out of everybody, but is like always out front, like just trying to not be awkward, but like kind of following Talon around basically because she knows so much.
but not stealthy at all.
She's huge and half horse.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
At first, that probably made like Talon really uncomfortable, but like as you know, she's gotten more comfortable with the group. Like now she's kind of like leaning into it a little bit, like, oh, well, I've got all this knowledge and somebody actually seems to want to talk to me about it. So I guess I'll tell you about all the things that are out here in the forest and all of these animals. And oh, look at those tracks right there. Oh, that looks like a deer came through here about 37 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think she just eats it up. Just loves it.
That's so
Nazira
cute.
she just enjoys listening to all the conversations.
She's the quiet one in the back.
Just taking everything in.
Y'all are so cute. What was I gonna ask? Oh, Elhina, are you? You can or cannot. Did you want to tell anybody about your dream before we move on too far from it and everyone forgets?
Oh yeah, I think she would do that. Just like idly in conversation, like, oh, I had a weird dream last night.
Well, I want to hear this. 100% yes.
Yeah, what was
Well,
it about?
Well, there was this person there, and they said to me that they were very glad that I had found them, which is weird because people don't usually talk to me in my dreams.
Who did you find?
I don't know. I've never seen them before. It was very strange, but it was nice. You seemed nice.
What did they look like?
I don't think I saw them, right?
No, you didn't see them, and they said they found you. Just so.
Okay. Flip that.
What did their voice sound like?
Very nice.
Was the voice like, did it make you feel good or did it feel like wrong in your head?
Yeah, no, it was very happy. I woke up feeling very happy, actually. But usually people don't talk to me in my head, so that's new.
DM, can I roll something to see if I know of any magical BS from being in the Feywild that would allow someone to speak to you through a dream?
Sure. What you are looking specifically for Fey magic things or magical
just-
ways to do this?
I mean, Fey or spell-wise. Do you want Arcana history?
Yeah, please make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Nope, I'm a big dumb. I rolled a 6.
You have heard that you've heard rumors that some Fey creatures can definitely like go into your dreams. Usually what you know of are like creatures that will go in and make them like really bad or really scary. They'll like take your good dreams away. That's why you need a dream catcher and like all that sort of stuff. But the usually the nice things don't happen that often.
Are you sure they weren't trying to steal anything from you?
Well, nothing was missing when I woke up.
No, like from inside your mind. Some fake creatures
Oh.
can enter your dreams and affect them. Do you know any Fae?
No.
Oh.
I don't think it was like that. They seemed really nice.
Maybe we can find some Fae and ask. That's probably a bad idea.
Will like looks over at you and just says, "Aren't you Fae?" I mean, I'm Fae.
Well, kind of. My mom's a dragon and my dad's a human, but they both live in the Feywild. And my mom's
All
a
right.
Fey dragon, not a material plane dragon. I guess I'm Fae. Am I Fae?
Maybe just a hint.
Just a hint of Fae. Got it.
And you're not
I'm a hint of
from
Fae. She
you're
looks
not from
very
the
pleased.
Feywild, are ya? Motions to Alhina.
Oh, me? No, I'm from Ravnica.
Oh, right. I think we've mentioned that before. Sorry, it's been been a pig for a while, so my
We
brain.
had a very interesting day, I
Right.
would say.
Yeah. Kind of looks
Do you
off
think
into the
someone's trying to steal things from inside my head? I don't know what they would take.
Well, did they feel like they were nasty even though they sounded good?
No?
I don't think you'd be worrying about it too much then.
Okay.
Usually, if things are trying to be good to you or pretend to be good to you and they're actually going to do bad things, you usually have a sense of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at reading people. Okay.
How did y'all meet, by the way? You're kind of an eclectic group coming together.
Well, that's a good question.
I met Moxie at the circus.
Yeah, she shows up and entertains people with her beauty.
That's very
We
nice.
met Nazira through a mutual friend.
And Nismet and I worked together at the brothel.
Yes.
So.
One day I was working on the garden boxes and there was someone giving Nazira a lot of trouble. And I told them that if they didn't leave, I'd have to get angry and make them leave because they were being very nice to, or they were being very mean to Nazira. And Nazira's always been very nice to me. So they wouldn't stop. So I kind of punched them a little too hard and I sent them through a window. And then I worked there.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a really good day.
It was a good day.
We made pie afterward.
What'd you say?
We made pie afterwards.
We did. It was cherry.
Kelly, don't do that. We made pie afterward.
It did not sound like you made a cherry pie.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna shut up now.
Right over Nismat's head.
Mm-hmm.
Rushing of air.
Nazira didn't mean for it to sound that way, but it came out that way.
Yeah, no, Will just kind of nods at the conversation. He seems very interested. He likes stories, especially it being having been on the material plane for as long as he had been before settling down. Seeing a group like yours is very odd to him, even though he is not from the material plane. But he enjoys your stories, and he asks questions about like, well, how did you get here? And Alhina, he talks to you about and Nismet too. You came over on the Pandan ships, right? Or did you book passage on a ship here, or how did you get to the material plane again?
I don't think we ever decided that, but that could be how she got here.
Okay. Because his husband worked on a Pandan ship for a long time, and that's how they met. So he kind of relates to you guys in those. I know we talked about that last time a little bit, so you don't have to go too much into detail. But yeah, let me think if there's anything else that he would. Oh, I think in Nazira he would have a question for you about you're a Shadar-kai or are you a drow? I don't mean to be insensitive. I just hard for me to differentiate.
I think I got that because you're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Sorry.
You're good. Not your fault. It's mine. I think I'm a drow. Nazira questions that I was left at an orphanage when I was born, so I don't really know.
Oh,
So I think I am.
right. Well,
Yeah.
you have your pupils, so that usually is an indication that you're not Shatterkai, but I didn't want to judge. So, do you have a specific feel like you're going towards the Blood Queen at all? Like you have a voice in your head that's calling you and telling you to murder and all that?
Nope.
Yeah. And you're probably a drow.
Okay. Sounds all right.
Right. And Talon, are you from the High Elves Woods? Are you from the High Woods?
Yeah, a small village in High Forest.
Right. We see some of your kind coming down every once in a while to do trade and find out about what's going on in the world. They're very busy up there, if you don't mind me saying. They like to know everything.
Yeah, elves.
He's like, yeah. He is also elf.
You get it.
Yeah. And last time, Moxie, he talked to you about your heritage, whether you know your demonic parentage or not. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay.
Look at me.
Then we shall do it again. So, are you a child of Asmodeus, or are you one of the other?
I think I'm an other. God, who is the god that I like? Why did I write that down? It's the starts with an M. Anyways, no, I'm not like an evil me. I'm
Oh no. Tieflings aren't always. I mean, you can't help where you're from.
yeah. I appreciate that. No, my parents they just ran the circus, so we didn't really talk about where we're from. We just ran
Right.
circuses.
Which one of your parents was the Tiefling, or are they both?
They're both tieflings.
Oh. I know that if you have one, usually one of your children comes out as a tiefling. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come out as what you are and not what the parent is that is a tiefling. But you can always have that. I'm sorry, I do a lot of studying, or I did a lot of studying.
You can teach me everything you want about tieflings because I need to learn
Really?
more.
Did you not? I mean, if you grew up on a circus and you grew up with probably a lot of different types of people, not like you didn't go into any schooling, didn't get to help.
Not really. We didn't care about what they were. We cared about what they did. That's
Right.
mainly the kind of stuff we studied.
That makes sense for your profession. Did you ever get to go to Hell Scouts camp?
No. Can I go now?
Well, it's for children. It's for Tieflin children, but it's like a summer camp, but for you go to the hills.
I want to go to the hells.
You definitely can if you can pay for it.
Okay. I'm going to need to note that for after this.
All right. Does anyone else? I mean, if you seem to not know much about yourselves or about your past. Does anyone else have any questions for me?
So what do you study exactly?
Well, he kind of does a motion as if he's proud of himself. I don't do a lot of study in the traditional sense. I'm not like a wizard. I mean, I am a wizard, but I'm not like I'll go to a study group and read books sort of wizard. I more practice the art of the blade, and then I learn from people telling me stories and from me traveling. I haven't traveled in a long while, but recently I've been a pig. But before that, I traveled with my husband. We were able to go around a couple different planes of existence, which was really quite fun. But then we decided to settle down on the material plane, just for a nice, quiet life. And I've been more of a the housekeeper, not the housekeeper, but the person who keeps up with the staff and the rest of the house chores and such.
Cool. Right on.
Do you want to see my blade again? You know,
Sure.
this man has not talked to anybody. He has been a pig for as long as well, it's been a while. He don't know, he doesn't know, but he needs to talk to somebody, okay?
Oh, did you show the girls at the brothel? A
Yes.
lot of people like to come and show their blades at the brothel.
Is that true? I would think that you would discourage people from bringing in weaponry.
Oh, you were talking about your weapon.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
Nazira is just dying right now.
I thought this was like at work.
No, I'm sorry. I'm married. I'm not interested in all that.
Okay.
So are most of the people that come in, but that doesn't stop them.
Everyone's different.
Right? I mean, he starts to look uncomfortable by the conversation. And you guys continue your journey. You make it to the edge of the. Well, you guys have gotten at this point. It's been about most of the first day. You're traveling in a. There is a road that goes next to the river. You can see across the way, and I think Talon, you would know about this. Anybody who travels this way, you know that there is a large tower, sort of as like a mile, not a mile marker, but it is a in the distance across the river near the mountain. There's a very large black tower that has spikes coming off the end of it. Usually, travelers will use this as a sort of marker. You know, it's going to be close to the end of the first day. You've traveled about a day's worth of travel, and you are able to determine that you should probably make camp soon. I mean, you can keep going as late as you'd like. That's up to you guys, but usually travelers will use this as their marker to take a break.
Is Root just like chilling at the top of the tower?
No. It's very far in the distance. It's on
okay.
it's on the other side of the river, like next to the mountain, but it is
Got it.
very big, so it's very
Okay.
easy to see.
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn around. Does everyone want to make camp, or do you want to travel through the night?
I'm down for either one.
Camp would probably be best.
I think we should probably get some rest.
Yeah, I want a nap.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
Rachel, can you make a perception check for me for Root?
Wilco.
Peace
Wait,
up.
can I do that?
Hey, town.
Can I do that on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, if you'd like.
Let's see. Hello, Sarah.
With-
Oh no, I can't.
With D&D Beyond, it's never been easier.
It is though, because I can't click on him and have him do a thing. Well, his
Well-
passive perception is 16 and perception plus 6. So let me just roll I'll just roll a d20 if I can get one out of this.
Okay.
If I know how to unlock it. All right. He got a 24.
Okay, and he was fed in the morning. Has he been fed since?
Well, he's been
Do you
on his
think
own, so he might have hunted. I don't know.
Okay. He is going to. You kind of have this connection with Root. You look up, and he seems to be circling something. And you see him dive. And then you see him. Like normally when he dives, he hits something and he kind of like sits over it. You see him diving out of the sky, and then you just see him like someone smacked him, and he is like kind of goes into the grass a little bit and like sits up, like fluffing itself, and like looks at in the direction of the forest and kind of flits up and then flaps away.
Well, I'm gonna go investigate.
Would you like to do this stealthily, and are you going to tell your friends?
I will do it stealthily. I'm gonna tell them, hey, wait here a second. and then I'm gonna kind of sneak over
Mhm.
as best I can.
About how far away is it?
It's probably about 80 feet in front of you guys.
Should we all do a perception check as well?
Yeah, do I see anything? Like, can I
Yeah.
see from where I am?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
13.
Sorry, are other people rolling?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
that was not good. I got an 8.
There seem to be a lot of trees over there. Talon, give me a stealth
Those are
check.
glorious trees.
Yep. They seem to
Is-
be bark of some
Nismet rolled
kind.
an 11.
Okay,
I got a 17.
cool. Alhina, you peek over and you do see a little bit of movement in the trees. It is very far away, but it kind of looks like a tree is moving.
Well, my stealth check was an 11, so
Do you all have walking trees here?
What?
Walking what?
usually.
I think that tree is moving.
Like in the wind or on its own?
On its own.
I want to see. So I just kind of march in to the tree.
It's the Wizard of Oz.
You guys.
It's the Wizard of Oz.
They
meets
start
Lord of
throwing
the
apples.
Rings.
Everybody just run.
Wait, Talon said to wait. Oh, okay. Should we go with her?
Probably.
We probably should.
Oh no, Talon's going to be mad at us again.
He's always mad.
I was trying to be stealthy, and then everybody just starts running up behind me, so it's
Yeah.
over now.
Yeah. Talon just stands up from a bush and is like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
All right, whatever.
That's because they're following
It's
Moxie.
only my whole job in this group.
Moxie ruins it for everyone. She starts charging in.
Tell me there's a moving tree. I'm going to go check it out. What do you expect?
You guys make it to, you guys trounce over there, make it to the edge of the tree line. You don't see anything right away. You move in a little bit, and Talon, I'm sure are you frumping in the back of the group?
No,
What?
I've gotten over it now. I'm just
Okay.
like, I'm picking up a rock though, and I'm gonna throw it towards the tree line.
Okay.
Ahead of everybody else. I don't want them running into something. Like
Fair. There is a breeze that blows through the trees, and Nismet, you swear that you hear somebody say your name on this wind. And as you guys kind of look around a little bit, one of the trees in front of you shimmies and shimmers, and there is a figure that emerges from it. It is very masculine. It's broad shoulders, very broad chest, thinner hips, but still looking very muscular. The skin of this thing looks like bark. There are leaves covering it, as if it has grown out of, well, has grown them as part of its body. The hair, what looks to be the hair, are leaves that kind of vine back and are braided into the bark that becomes their back. And this figure looks to all of you with very soft eyes. It doesn't seem to be aggressive in any way. Let me think. Talon, you can make a nature check. Nismet, you can also make a nature check.
Once again, I am asking you, is this some fey magic bullshit?
Uh,
And once again,
30,
I
20.
do not roll above a 10. That is a 9 plus a 1 for a 10.
all right.
30-20.
All right. Talon, you know exactly what this thing is. Definitely a dryad. And it's coming out of the woods. It's coming out of the tree that's kind of next to you guys. And it says again, Nismat? I was told to look for Nismat.
Do I know you?
He
You're not here to
places.
steal my soul, are you?
I do not have that ability.
Okay. What do you need?
He places his hand on his chest and sort of gives a very exorbitant, a large bow.
Exaggerated.
Yeah. He is attempting to be very polite towards you, and he glances, stands back up, and he says, "I was told by one of my friends, who I have learned is your friend, to send you with good tidings on your trip through nature. She said you knew her by the name Dolly." Dolly was a squirrel that you befriended.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Did I create an NPC for this character that I don't remember because I'm exhausted right now?
No, this was
Oh,
like a month ago.
Ah,
Dolly was the Southern squirrel with marital problems.
yes.
I'm so sleepy. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay, honey. It is okay, honey.
Oh, Dolly. Yes. How is she? Is she
Oh,
doing better? I heard that she was having problems.
yes, she's doing much better. She moved in with her sister and took the children with her.
Good. That's good, right? That's good. I
Yes,
think that's good.
she is
That's
much
nice.
happier.
Did she need anything?
No,
Dolly?
that's right, you weren't there. Talon and
Nazira was not
Nazira,
there,
you
so
are
she doesn't
confused.
know. I need to know who Dolly is.
Nazira was not there when this happened. Neither was Talon.
Oh, well, we got a squirrel to check that the bulbs that I planted in Praya's window boxes were happy being planted there because I can't speak to the plants on this plane. Kind of, it's very strange. In the Feywild, normally you can ask a plant if it's happy, and usually they have some sort of indication that they can tell you that it is happy or it isn't happy. You also have to ask for permission to walk on the grass, which you don't have to here, which I find very, very odd. I think that everyone should be much more polite to the nature here. But Alhina was able to talk to the squirrel, who was able to talk to the bulb, who was then able to tell Alhina that the flower was happy, and Alhina told me.
You guys don't remember telling you this when I was chugging drinks and alcohol, trying to explain to you?
I vaguely remember you mentioning befriending a squirrel before I started drinking whatever the hell that was that Nazira gave me that night.
That was Dolly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've got a
Okay.
name for
I
the
thought.
story.
Yeah. I thought she was kidding when she said she made friends with the squirrel.
Nope.
I wasn't. I didn't think she was kidding.
She was
Okay.
very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
I
feel
know
bad
I
that
Well,
she was having trouble, but I'm glad she's living with her sister now. That's probably for the
Mhm.
best,
That's
based
Yeah,
on
probably
what
good.
she
I'm
said
bummed I
about her
didn't meet
husband.
her.
I know I tell jokes a lot of times, but the squirrel was definitely not a joke. That happened.
He stands there very still and looks to have almost reverted back to tree form as he lets you guys have your conversation. But when you guys turn back to him, he places his hands out, and you see that there are 5 berries in each of his hands. And he motions for you to take them from him. So you each get 2, basically. And he says, "These are not like some of the other berries you might have had in the forest. These will fill your stomach for a day, and they can heal if they need to. I have
Thanks, Tree
made
Man.
Cool.
sure that they will last on your journey, so you do not need to eat them today, but do eat them before the week is out."
What's your name, Tree Man?
You may call me Birch.
Birch.
Birch, you look very hot, by the way. He sounds attractive. I'm sorry.
The soil is quite cool today, and the sun is not bright. And neither is he, so.
That's
You
okay.
said that we can pass through the forest. Can we hunt in the forest as well?
Yes, you may do as you like. She just
Was it?
wished
Oh, sorry. Was it you that knocked over my bloodhawk?
he attempted to take something from me.
Okay. Well, I apologize on behalf of Root. He didn't know any better.
It is all right. Animals tend not to.
He's a little wild.
Nismat, you wish to speak to the trees of the area?
Oh, yes, I used to have such wonderful conversations with the trees back in the Feywild.
There are those that can do this. I am one of them. I cannot teach you tonight, but if you find me again, perhaps I can.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
I cannot make any promises that you will find me, but if you chance to. And he kind of looks to the rest of you to see if anyone else has anything they need from him.
I just wanted to make sure it was okay to hunt as well as
Yes,
we went through
yeah.
the forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Asking permission is always,
I want to know how old the tree is and if that's a rude question to ask a tree person.
I feel like it's as rude as asking anyone else.
So I ask him, hey, Birch, how old are you anyways?
I have seen 326 seasons.
So that divided by 4 is... Okay. Cool. And I'm just staring at this tree because I don't know what to make of a moving tree. It's blowing my mind a little bit.
He gives you guys another large bow and says, "Safe on your travels, and I will tell Dolly that you are well." He gives a bow, and you see him, Moxie, this is incredible. You see him walk into a tree and disappear.
What? Did you guys see that? He's just gone?
I mean, it was a dryad. Where'd you expect him to go?
I don't know. Like, I deal with indoor creatures for the most part, not like trees. I didn't
It's
know
not
they
the
could
first
do
one
that.
I've met. He was the most polite.
Mm-hmm.
He was very polite.
He reminded
Moxie,
me
I'm
of one of
surprised
my
you didn't
friends.
ask him to join your circus.
I know I kind of want to, but I don't know when I'm going to go back. But I'm going to try to remember this area and find this dude again.
I'll help you.
Thank you. We'll do that at some point.
They like indoors even less than I do.
That is true.
We can put a circus outside just for him, like a little outdoor area,
Letting you know it might be a hard sell.
like a sideshow. What if I promise to give him extra, like a prism to give him extra sunlight, right? More chlorophyll or something.
I don't think
don't
that
know.
would work.
I don't think it would work that way.
What
No.
are trees like? What can I give this tree to get him in my circus? I'll treat him good.
Well,
Oh,
he
they
is
like
a
being outside.
person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. I'll think on it.
He was very nice. He reminded of my friend Laura E. Axe.
Was he also a dryad?
Yes. He spoke for the trees in the area. He was wonderful.
That's lovely.
Quite small.
Anyway, you'll want to hold on to these berries. If they are what I think they are very magical.
What day of the week are we right now? Would you say?
So Faerun, there are 10 days in a week.
What?
Yes, I don't know the names of them, so we're just gonna not have the numbers of them because you know what? That sounds like a lot of work to me.
Sunday,
So
2, 3, and 4.
yeah,
5.
so yeah, you guys like it is sort of the middle of the week. You guys don't have it's not like you have a weekend. There is like probably day 10 is the relaxation day, but it's not like there aren't that many labor unions around here, so everyone just kind of works.
So these berries will last till the 5 more days.
They will last 10 days.
Oh, okay, 10 more
Yeah.
days. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So yeah, they are good berries. They are can provide enough nourishment for 1 day. They also can give you 1 hit point back. But they will last up to 10 days. Sorry, I'm just writing down lore EX. Bring up later.
That's LORIEAX.
Got it. All right. You guys are going to make camp?
Yep.
Damn it,
Do you
Alex.
guys want me to go hunt something, or do you want to do rations for tonight? How hungry are we
Probably
all?
rations just for tonight.
Unless you're bored, but
Doesn't
we can
matter. I'm
probably
either going to
ration.
start patrol or and hunt, I guess. Either or. So. Rations. Okay,
Rations are fun.
Rations it is.
And Talon's just
We're
gonna
very
go like
decisive.
yes, Talon's just gonna go start like a little sweeping patrol around like where everybody's like setting up camp, just to make sure that there's nothing like, nothing she needs to scare off.
Perfect. Yeah, why don't you give me a perception check? Everyone else is making camp. Did you bring tents or are you just sleeping outside?
I imagine I would have packed, like I always have with me, my traveling stuff when I'm not with my circus. So I have like a tent and basic camping supplies,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
light camping.
Yeah.
Alina doesn't care. She'll sleep outside.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Talon. She'll either hop up and lean into a tree and nap that way, or lay out in the middle of a clearing, falling asleep looking at the stars. Doesn't matter. She's outside. She's happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a 17.
A 16?
17.
Okay. Nizmat, Nazira, what are you guys doing sleeping wise?
Oh, she'll sleep outside.
Yeah, I have a tent, but I probably won't set it up.
Just for 1 night. Understood. Talon, you do see a not a pack. There's a couple deer nearby. They're just looking around. There is a not a swamp or a bog, but a wetland area close-ish to here. You hear, because I've been hearing it at my own home, a bunch of cranes just fucking yelling at each other very close. If you guys don't know what a crane sounds like, look it up and then multiply that by like 30 because they're all right in the backyard and it is annoying as fuck. Anyway, sorry. Had a moment. But yeah, you see this. There's nothing. It doesn't seem to be anybody else on the road tonight. It's a well-traveled road, but it's kind of out of season for people to be heading into the forest or down to Waterdeep or even Daggerford at this time. It's not uncommon to not see people on the road. A marsh is a good word. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, who's taking first watch?
Me always.
Is anyone taking first watch with her?
I can take first watch with her.
Okay. All right, so as the non-elves sleep, is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Is there a lot of moonlight right now? Is the moon like full enough that we could read by it? Because that sounds like a Nazira and Talon thing. I just toss her a book.
Tea and books. That's our thing.
Yeah, I was gonna brew some herbal tea over the fire.
I love it.
Ask her if she wants a cup. Is there enough starlight that we could read by, or firelight? I guess probably. I mean, we probably have a fire going.
Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere, so there are a bunch of stars out. I'm gonna say
Okay.
the sun, the moon. The moon is about halfway from being full. It is
Okay.
heading towards being full, which is
Waxing.
waxing.
Because
your
you're waxing
your
it
witchy
off.
friend says waxing.
Right.
The witch friends say it's
Yes.
waxing. It's waxing, damn it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll probably like read by firelight for like, like 30 minutes and then go do a little patrol and then, do the same thing. So I don't know if Naziro, if you want to join me for patrols or if you want to just stay while I wander or what.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's probably what I do.
I'll help you out.
So
I'll
it's
join you
probably
for
like 30
patrols.
minutes of reading by firelight and then, wandering around, doing a little sweep in opposite directions, passing each other and doing a little circle.
Perfect.
Giving a nod.
All
And
right.
then head back.
Cool. Why doesn't somebody roll me a D100?
Oh, is that on a D&D Beyond? Because I don't know if I have a D100.
Yeah, you can roll. There's like 2 dice next to each other on the left side where they're like individual dice.
Oh, I see it. Hold on. There it is.
Rachel,
Roll.
do you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Didn't I said roll. Did it do it? Roll. There it goes. 68.
So close. Okay.
Oh, no.
No. 68, 69.
I take it back.
So close.
74.
No, it's fine. It'd be better if it was 74. Yeah. No, as Talon, as you're walking around, you find an old campsite. You kind of, because you find these things fascinating, you like to track things. You look and you kind of go in and try and see how many people there were, just to give yourself something to do, and to satiate your own curiosity. You find in the dirt a set of bone carved utensils, and that is just something you can add to your inventory if you'd like. They're rather fancy and well made.
Cool.
Not as good as if you had rolled a 69, but that's fine.
What would I have done if I rolled a 69?
I don't know, man. I would have had to make something cool up. All right. So your watch goes on, no issues. Who's taking second watch?
I will.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Okay. Nismet, you just sleep the whole night.
Okay, I'll sleep all night.
Moxie's like, hey, I'll take second watch, and Nismet, you think to yourself, haha, I get to sleep the whole night. And Moxie goes, no, wait, no. No, I want to sleep. You take
Nismet will wake up and help with second watch.
Oh, I'm such a dick. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the dick.
Well, Will is an elf. He only needs 4 hours. He probably wakes up.
Yeah. I mean, he can hang out with you. Yeah. If Nismet, if you want to sleep more, you are more than welcome to.
I'll take second. It's fine.
Okay. Will is he is up, but he is not, I guess, taking part in the watch. He is reading his books and writing something in his notebook. Can I have both of you roll perception and a D100? Well, both of you roll perception, and then one of you roll a D100.
20.
21.
Baller. So as you guys are watching for the evening, it gets fairly quiet. There's not a lot of animals moving around right now. There's not a lot of movement of the breeze. You can hear the water. You're not far off from it. It's trickling down. It's quite a large river, but from this distance you are just kind of getting the edge of the rushing. And you guys kind of both look out at the same time over the river towards the mountain, and you can't see it because of the darkness, but you know that the tower is off that way, that landmark that I spoke of before. And as you guys kind of watch it, you see on top of it this bright light that kind of starts low and just expands. And I think, Alhina, as you study the stars, you know the time of night. You feel like directly at like 2 a.m. is when this happens. It seems to be a very specific time as it happens, and you see this light grow from this dim shine to almost illuminating the mountain a little bit. And as it moves back down to a dim light, you see just beyond it in the stars a light. One of the stars brightens for just a moment as if like a call and response to this tower, and then it fades back to its normal brightness.
Do towers normally do that?
I don't think so, no. That's very strange. Like it was calling to a star.
Is there any like local history about this tower that we might know?
Not from being in Daggerford.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you would know is kind of just, again, like it is the landmarker. It's not really an easy place to get to. It's not a place that travelers go, and it's not really on the way to anything. Give me a history check real quick.
It's a 4 plus a 1.
You haven't heard of anyone ever going there, and that seems perfectly normal to you.
Huh. Maybe we can find something about it in a book.
Perhaps. Weird.
Yeah. The material plane is very strange.
You guys just hear Will go, huh. As if like he just heard the last bit. It's like, yeah, the material plane. But the rest of your night goes on without any other sort of events. I think that's a good place for us to take our break because we are at that midway mark. Thank you, everybody, for watching so far. Thank you for being so active in chat. So lovely to have you guys. We are going to go grab a drink, a food. We're going to, relax our shoulders, unclench our jaws, sit up straight, take a walk around, take a deep breath, all of that stuff. And we'll be back really shortly, within 5 to 10 minutes, to continue our story and to continue our journey down the river, or up the river, actually. We'll see you in a bit. Bye! Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. Classic, thank you for your resubscription. Very much appreciate you. Love having you in chat, and we will all now hydrate. Good job, everyone. See, they're on it. They know what to do.
Mine's fuzzy.
I love your fan.
Mine's fuzzy too.
Your fan? Oh, right.
My
the
pug
pug.
fan.
Who do you, is that, which one is that?
This is Ted.
Oh, it's Ted. Tedward! Can we get a pug sniffle? Can you go on the microphone, buddy? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll put that on the list for next time. Abaddon's right here. She's not going to let me get her because I'm in the rolly chair and that's scary. But apparently she was calling for me earlier and I couldn't hear her.
Aww.
And it just broke my heart.
Aww.
But she's hanging out with Grandma. Come here, baby. Come here. We'll get back to the game in just a second. Cats are important. Come here, babe. Come here.
Cats are way more important.
Come here. No,
While we wait for the cat to show up, what's everyone's favorite snack? I have corn chips right now. Plain corn chips.
Goldfish.
Aldi popcorn.
Oh.
Hot Cheetos Puffs is my favorite.
Yeah.
I gotta say
Oh,
popcorn too.
Yeah.
Kat, tell us your favorites too. We want
These
to
are
know.
mine. Yes, we want to know yours. These are mine. They're so fucking
want-
good. My parents turned me on to these. Incredible.
I've never
Oh,
seen
and the
those
extra
before.
toasty Cheez-Its.
Where are those at?
I don't know if you could. They might be a Detroit thing, but Dot's home style pretzels original seasoning. They're seasoned.
Oh,
They're great.
All right, well,
oh,
2
they
weeks
don't.
you can bring.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Uh,
need to have a girls' day and have those.
Well, you got like 2 more weeks while I'm here. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back. I'm chewing. I'm not ashamed of it. We're
And
gonna
swallow.
Yep. We're gonna start back exactly where we left off. As the sun rises on the camp, you guys made it through the night. Everyone starts waking up. I think that Will is gonna start making coffee because that is what they prefer. Yeah. What's for breakfast?
Coffee. Just
Does
coffee.
anyone want to try the new black tea that I got?
Yep.
So I'll brew a big pot of that.
Cool. Probably have some dried rations still, unless somebody wants to have one of their good berries now. Otherwise, you can save them for later. Do you guys want to discuss anything from last night or over breakfast?
Thanks for letting
Nazira?
me sleep, everybody.
Nazira and Talon, did you notice anything weird about the tower?
No, I found some bone carved utensils at an abandoned campsite, but
Oh,
yeah. Do you want to see them? They're really pretty.
yeah, I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna get them out and show her.
They're very nice.
I don't know why somebody would leave these behind.
Maybe they were scared off by a bear.
That's a definite possibility.
Okay. All right. You guys pack up camp and take to the road.
Walking
Julia?
while we sip our tea.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day. There's a little bit of clouds going on, but overall not too bad. It doesn't look like it's going to rain anytime soon. It's kind of a perfect travel day. I think that as you're going, Will will continue to talk about his travels and things like that, and he'll start to talk about some of the spells that he can do to anyone who's interested in that. Misty Step is a big one. He likes to use sleep. He has the acid arrow, but he basically is just trying to keep conversation as much as possible.
Nismat will remember an hour later that she never finished her story about the tower and tell the rest about the light on the top of the tower that she and Elhina saw.
It was very strange. One of the stars flashed.
What color was the flash? Just white?
It was light colored.
Okay.
It's like a white light. It was strange. It seemed like it was supposed to happen at that time. And then one of the stars answered.
I wonder if it happens every night.
We should find out.
Would I know if the tower will still be in view when we make camp later?
It will not. It's on the side of the mountain, and as you continue to travel north or west, east, northeast, it will move behind it.
Okay. So since I know this, I'll say, well, we won't be able to see that again until we come back. So make a mental note to check on that later on our way back to Daggerford. Or
That's a good idea.
I mean, I'd say if, we weren't escorting someone back home, I would say that we could go investigate now, but we're
Does
not
it
really
look-
wandering like I'm used to wandering.
Well, it didn't seem like it hurt anyone, so we can
Okay.
check it out on the way back. I made a note on my star chart, and I look at that every day, so I'll remember.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Will is curious but doesn't have anything to add to this conversation.
I'm gonna
Do you
send
s-
Root out ahead again.
Okay.
Not
like it.
too far, just ahead on the road, kind of a
Sure.
situation where still in eyesight, but he can let us know if there's bandits or anything like lurking.
Yeah.
On the side of the road.
No, I think that as the day progresses, you let Root go out and come back and do a circle every once in a while. There's nothing that's out of the ordinary. As it gets towards nighttime, I think that Root comes back. I like I'm saying, like, I think that he comes back. Like, I know. I'm the GM. He does come back. He
does what he
Wait,
wants,
you're
even
the
if you don't
GM
want
or
him
you're the
to.
DM?
I am both.
He
I
is
am
a
both.
pure wild beast.
I am the master of the game and this dungeon, baby.
You're not his
Anyway,
supervisor.
not your supervisor. He's going to. He comes back, and you get a message from him that says that there is a camp up ahead. It's still about like probably 250 feet ahead.
I will relay this to the group. Hey, Root says that there's a camp up ahead, a couple 100 feet. You guys
we should
want
go
to?
say hi.
I mean,
We have to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're friendly though.
You want to sneak
I
up
prefer
there?
not to.
How about?
I'll actually stay behind this time.
Well, how about we send two, and I will do my Root whistle if anything goes wrong. You want to come with?
Yes.
Okay. Nizmat and I will go, and if you hear, you'll hear it from here. Just start moving up slowly, and if anything goes wrong, well, otherwise just keep advancing slowly. Sound good? Okay. So we'll pick up our pace and head off towards this camp.
Sure. You guys are doing this stealthily?
No.
Oh, just walking. Okay.
Yep, just walking like normal.
Cool. You guys continue forward, and after a little while, you see that they're on the side of the road where someone would normally pull over to make a camp. There is a small fire going, and there seem to be 3 figures there. One is quite large, but from this distance with the setting sun, hard to tell humanoid what exactly the blobs are.
Do you think they could hear us from this distance if I whispered to Nizmat?
Oh, absolutely not. No, you're still like
Okay.
you're probably still like 80 feet away, which is like my favorite number tonight, apparently. So
Yeah. What do you think? Do you want to move up slowly or just call out to them? Be
Maybe
friendly?
we should move forward and make our presence known in a friendly manner.
Okay.
Not like we're trying to sneak up on them.
Okay. Sure. So we'll do that.
So what
Nizmet
are you-
starts like humming and holds Talon by the elbow and just like hums along. As friendly as a 6'5" dragonborn can make herself look.
adorable. You guys start getting closer. You can see the fire. It seems like there are 2 smaller humanoid figures and 1 larger horse-like figure. And as you approach, you're probably about still within shouting range, so maybe you get about 60 feet in, and you hear a voice as one of the figures stands up, and they say in Elvish, "Who are you, and why are you approaching?"
Oh, hi. We're just travelers in Elvish as well.
You, because you grew up there, you understand that her accent is very close to yours in Elvish. So that is something you would note. She says, 2 travelers on the road by themselves.
Well, a dragonborn and an elf ranger. We're okay by ourselves. As we walk forward a little bit closer towards their camp.
Yeah. You see her, she has, by the firelight, you can see her hand is on a bow. The other figure is still sitting, like, kind of tending to the fire. And she looks like she's dressed for a trip. It seems like she's been on the road for a while. And I'm going to pull up my pictures so I know exactly how to describe these people so I don't just make it up on the spot. She is wearing a helm that has gold leafing going around her face, and it kind of goes back behind her ears. She has sort of a tight, pulled back, but very ornate ponytail with very, very white hair, large ears, a very soft looking face. Normally, but she seems to, with the firelight lighting her, she looks fairly pissed off. But the other figure at the fire kind of puts a hand up, and you see him sort of shift a little bit. His outfit is sort of falling off of his shoulders. It's a very, very buff looking elf man with long blonde hair and a sort of laurel head dressing going on, and he puts his hand up and he says, now, they're just travelers. We do not need to fight them right now. I don't think they're not you're not here to hurt us, right?
Oh no, we were actually wondering if we could share your campfire or maybe camp nearby if that would be okay. It's
Of
getting late.
course, the more the merrier. He's speaking Elvish. Can you speak Elvish?
Oh, I thought he was in common. Never mind. Nope. I don't say that.
I'll translate for Nismat so she
Sure.
knows, like, quietly, like, as they're saying it, I'm just translating quickly so that she knows what they're saying as well.
Nismat will ask if they speak Sylvan or Common.
They will. The gentleman switches to speaking in Common, and he has a very similar accent to Talon, which in this is normal voice for me. And he says, "No, of course not. If you want to join us, please come sit at the fire. We caught a rabbit, a couple rabbits this afternoon. Might not have enough. We could sparingly. Have you ever had rabbit before?"
Yes.
The woman still stands with her bow sort of at the ready.
There are a few more of us.
She
we
says,
can hunt for ourselves.
She says in Elvish, "How many?"
Oh, 4 more. We're escorting a gentleman home. He used to be a pig.
She glances at the man. He glances up at her and, like, shrugs and, like, this world we live in, right?
I love this dynamic that they have.
She does not sit down, but she seems to relax. She's not on the edge of shooting you, but she's not putting her bow down, basically.
Talon's hand is on her dagger as
Um,
well. Until she relaxes, Talon won't relax.
The gentleman kind of kicks the fire a little bit, and he stands up, and you see his. Actually, I'll share this. I'll share the images with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. And he's gonna kind of walk over to you, Nismat, and he, like, offers a hand, and he says, "What may I call you?"
Oh, you may call me Nismat.
Nismat. That's an interesting name. Are you Fae?
Well, kind of. Partially. A little bit. I'm a hint of Fae, I've been told.
I see. That's very nice. You may please, of course, join us by the fire. And you are, and he, like, slides up to you, Talon, and he, like, offers a hand to you.
Talon.
Talon, your accent is familiar. Are you from the High Forest?
Yes.
But not anymore.
No.
I understand the call of nature. And he kind of like puts an arm up, and the covering his basically outfit that he's wearing that is barely around him falls off his other shoulder as he motions up to the tree line.
We found Elvin Fabio, apparently.
Apparently.
Basically. Look at the picture!
I know. Yeah, it's Alvin Fabio.
That is.
You fucking
It is.
nerds.
Yeah. That's who it is. Talon's gonna do her root whistle so that everybody else knows that they can come towards the fire. They might have weapons drawn. Who knows? But we'll settle them down. So root whistle, and then I'm gonna holler. They're not here to murder us.
And I come
That's
stumbling
good.
in. Hello.
The woman only speaks in Elvish towards you guys. She can manage Sylvan as well, but she either can't speak, well, she can understand Common. She might be choosing not to speak Common, but she, again, kind of the whole time is like, she's standoffish in the way that Talon is standoffish. Like, they could be related in the way that they behave. So she will like pleasantries, but most of the time she's just watching you guys, especially since you're such a big group. But the gentleman is very kind and very, open to speaking with you, and welcomes each one of you. And he says, "My name is Soar, Soar Tree Strider, if you would like my full name. Well, not my full name, but my given name. And who are you, lovely ladies?" And he motions a hand to Moxie.
Oh, hi, I'm Moxie.
Do you have a lot of it?
I sure do. I'm clearly like uncomfortable. Normally I'm very charismatic, but right now it's all falling apart and I don't understand how to deal with that.
Yeah, when he
parts have been called.
When he takes your hand, he like takes it and then places his other hand on top of it and grips your hand gently, but very like, I'm here, I'm touching you. And he gives you sort of a little wink and moves over to Nazira, and he does a small bow. And what may I call you?
Nazira.
Oh, wonderful name. I love your eye color. It is like the stars on an autumn evening.
Ellen rolls her eyes, and she's gonna go hunt for some rabbit.
Aren't you poetic?
I try.
She's over men like.
Do you want help?
And he'll move over to Alhina, and he kind of like looks at you and like looks down and then looks behind you, and he's like, "My goodness, I've never seen one of your kind before. What may I call you?"
Alhina.
A beautiful name. Might I ask what you are?
I am a centaur.
Do you come from the stars? Your complexion is very moon-like.
My grandmother would say so.
And he seems very interested in like your appearance. Not so much like, hey, you're half horse, you're half person, but like your skin tone, your hair color. He's very like intrigued by, I mean, all of you are very eclectic to him, so he's very interested. He sits down, his shoulder coming off his arm as he leans back. The other woman is sort of sitting there like sharpening a knife, putting up with his nonsense, and he looks at it. So where are you traveling to on this fine evening?
Sycamore. We are taking a friend home.
Ah, this gentleman in the back, I see. And he kind of
Yes.
just like, hi.
This is Will.
Very nice to meet you, Will. You are our brethren from, and Will kind of steps forward. He's like, from the Feywild. I'm not doing the Irish accent. I am from the Feywild. I'm an Eladrin. And he's like, oh, that's fascinating. You'll have to tell me more, but why are you going up to Succumber? And Will just says, well, that's where I live. My husband's up there. And this gentleman kind of nods and looks to the rest of you. Are you from that area as well?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
I'm from everywhere.
No, we are just escorting him off.
Oh, that's exciting. Are you going to go up into the high forest?
Maybe.
Good. I mean, that's where
Probably not, though.
it's beautiful up there. I'm sure your friend could tell you if she's from there. I feel like I recognize her. Do you recognize her? He says to the girl. And she kind of looks up and like rolls her eyes and says in Sylvan, no.
Nismat has plunked down next to this elf lady, and she
Mm.
is just babbling in Sylvan to her. Probably the
She
same thing that she did to Talon.
Uh-huh. She's being polite. She's answering questions with like one word answers. She is keeping an eye on all of you, and you note that she is like glancing at your claws, your teeth when you talk, like trying to see what kind of a threat you could be.
Oh, do you want to see them?
She kind of like hesitates, looks to see what her companion is doing. He's in conversation with everyone else, and she kind of like puts her back to him and takes your hand and starts like looking at your scales on your hand. And she'll ask in Sylvan, is it all covered in scales? Do you have any soft spots?
I'm trying to think of Dragonborn too. No, it's mostly scales. Except for where my hair grows. Well, it's not really hair. It's mostly, it's like feathers, but it's very, very fine feathers. So technically it's like hair, but it's also a feather. It's kind of like a hybrid. My mother has it too.
And if you lose a scale, how long does it take to grow back?
I don't know. I've never lost any.
None.
Mm-mm. I have this one. It's kind of shaped like my house back home.
Fascinating. And she'll ask, have you ever tried making a weapon out of your scales? Like an arrowhead?
No.
I know that dragon scales are used for many different items. Perhaps it might be something if you ever do lose one to try it.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. She like glances back at her over her shoulder and sees her companion kind of like glancing over, and she goes back to sharpening her knife. Oh, hi, Krieg. He doesn't want to say hi. Okay.
But what is your name? Alhena will ask in Sylvan, because she also speaks it and has been listening this whole
Ooh.
time.
Oh, she will like look to you up from her blade, and she says, Tella Bloom.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well, Elhina. And he, the gentleman, whose name I keep forgetting, Sor is going to, he like looks at Tella, rolls his eyes. I don't mind her. She's just being protective. We're on a mission. We're going to Waterdeep. Kind of taking the long way, but I thought it'd be nice to go down the river, at least for a little bit.
What for?
Why go down the river?
No, I go to Waterdeep.
Oh, we're doing a trade. We're looking for some books that we asked for. They should be delivered by now. The port is amazing if you haven't been. There's lots of different people. You do have to keep your eyes out, though. Some of their organized crime isn't as nice as others. And Moxie, you would know that when you go to Waterdeep, you always have to pay a protection fee to one of the groups over there. Sorry, Krieg is trying to bridge the gap, and he's fat. Okay, he did it. I thought he was going to drop everything. So ready for it. Yeah, so you know that some of the especially as of late, the organized crime in Waterdeep is can be a handful sometimes, but in general they kind of leave you alone if you pay your fees. Yeah, our village is all about knowledge, and the head scholars are interested in finding more books, things we haven't learned before.
Will you be going through Daggerford?
Close to. We could stop there if we chose to, I suppose.
Oh, well, if you end up going through, you could stop at the brothel that Nazira and I work at. They're quite nice.
Oh, that's very kind. He kind of like looks, he smiles. Nismet, you probably won't notice this, but he smiles, looks a little uncomfortable, and then like changes the subject immediately. Talon, what are you doing?
Oh, I left when he started flirting with everybody and went hunting. So
Yes.
I needed an excuse to
okay.
just leave the elves that sound like me.
Can you do me a favor? Make a survival check.
Yes. $23.
23. You are able. What are you looking for? Something big or small?
Something big.
Trying to show them up.
Yep.
Solid. Yeah, you find. Would you like to find like an elk or a deer? I feel like a deer. I mean, with that roll, you could probably find something that's like the perfect size for everyone to eat tonight.
Yeah,
and not be wasteful.
That's what I'm looking for. If I could pick off like a deer from a herd that's like,
Mhm.
you know, that I can cut down clean and make into like a great dinner for everybody tonight, then that would be good. Or a boar or something. Not that I don't know if anybody wants to eat pig, but
We said no pigs.
Yeah, no pigs. Okay. Yeah, we'll find a deer then.
Perfect. Yeah, you were able to find a deer, take it down in probably just a single shot, and you start
Nice and
dragging it.
humane.
Yeah. Do you want to clean it before you get back to camp, or are you?
Yeah, no, I'll clean it before we get back to camp. You don't want to drag all that back to camp with you.
Fair.
I know better.
Yeah.
But think of how awesome you would look just carrying it over your shoulders and throwing it down and be like,
I
I'm about to
mean,
clean
yeah.
this, and you're gonna watch.
But that's just for show, and she's not for show. She's just gonna come back with all the meat and be like, "Here, dinner. We can provide for ourselves." And then she's gonna hop up in a tree and probably not eat anything and just watch these people.
Fair. They're gonna watch you too. Does anybody have anything specific they want to talk to with these people?
I start asking the dude, like, so is this your girlfriend or wife, or what's the scoop here?
No, we are travel companions. We were picked to go on this mission together. I tend to be more personable, and she tends to be more, and he glances over at her, aggressive. You know, protective.
Huh. Well, I'll be making my tent, so if you want to tell me more about your travels, when it's time to go to sleep, let me know. Just pop on in.
He nods, and he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And he looks to his companion.
Just, like, stares at Moxie like, really?
Any character I play is slutty. I can't help it. It's just what happens.
The character?
You know what? I am applauding you. I am so proud of you for being a slut. I work in a brothel. Come on now.
This is my channel. This is exactly what we're here for.
We are who we are.
Nizmat literally thinks they're talking about telling stories at bedtime
Mhm.
and wants to do it.
Mhm. Perfect. I think as you come back, Talon, you're keeping an eye on the two of them, and you see that Tella is keeping an eye on you as well. More so, the same way you're keeping an eye on her. And she's going to say in Elvish, "Where are you from exactly?"
Everywhere.
You were born everywhere.
I mean, I was born in High Forest.
You seem to be very familiar, at least in looks.
I mean, don't all elves look alike? Isn't that
She
what
like
everybody says about us?
she squishes her face at you as if like how like I do not take what other people say, other races, to heart. Are you
I'm a
planning on
ranger.
going?
Maybe you've come across me in the past before in a town.
Are you planning on going back up through the woods?
Depends on which route we decide to take, but maybe.
She seems to be fighting herself a little bit here, and she says, "If you plan to go to the north, be careful. The orcs have been spotted on the northern side. We have killed many scouts."
Well, thank you for the tip. If you're going towards Waterdeep, I would be wary in the forest near Daggerford if you go that way in Waterdeep. We came up that way, and there is a dryad protecting that forest, so don't do anything stupid.
I would never do anything against the forest. She continues to sharpen her blade. Yeah. How do you guys want to split watches tonight?
Talon's gonna take first watch because she doesn't trust these people, and she's gonna
definitely-
grab some raw meat left over from grilling up the deer and bring it to Root and tell him to sleep now because I want him on patrol when I'm asleep.
Cool.
I try to get everybody aside, be like, listen, you guys, if this dude comes to my tent, you gotta leave me alone. I'll take first watch for the next like 4 nights. Just let me have this.
Okay, will you also tell us the stories he tells you afterwards too?
Yes, I'll tell you all the stories.
Excellent. I can't wait to hear them. Where
Yay.
are they from? Have they told us yet?
Talon's just gonna walk away.
I get the impression it's the High Forest, yes?
Right. Is there a specific village though? Maybe we could go visit them.
Maybe. I'll try to find out from this dude tonight. How about?
Okay.
Okay.
Moxie would.
You'll have your privacy.
Nazira will join Talon on first watch because I feel like that's just their thing.
That's cool. I think so. Tella's going to take first watch. I think as you guys are getting ready for your watches, Sora is going to approach Moxie and ask, "Would you care to go for a walk? I know there's a nice pond nearby."
Does anybody else hear this?
Yeah, he's not being quiet about it.
Okay, I just want to make sure everyone else knows that I'm going somewhere. And then absolutely, I'd love to go on a walk.
Wonderful. You'll have to tell me more about this circus you have.
I will.
and he walks off with you. And we can come back to that later. Everyone else, first watch. Tella is she has concluded sharpening her blades and has no other things to fidget with while she is watching. So she kind of, after a while, stops keeping an eye on you two and kind of just looks out onto, like, over the water and into the forest. She seems to be relaxing a little bit. Still weary because there's a bunch of you and there's not that many of them. But she doesn't spark any conversations with you guys.
If she did, I would just walk away anyway. So no, I'm not in the mood to talk tonight. I do not like being around. I think Nazira can pick up on the body language. I am visibly uncomfortable. I do not want to be around them. I don't like that we're with them, but I'm just going with the flow and I'm just going to keep my watch. I'm not going to sit in one place the entire time. I'm doing like a half circle if we're by like the riverbank. I'm just the whole time I'm just basically pacing a circle around. I'm not sitting still. I'm not reading. I'm not relaxed. I'm just wandering tonight.
Nazira, your friend is acting weird. Would you like to talk to her about it?
I will talk to her about it later when we're not around the other elves. So I make a mental note of that. But throughout the watch, I continue to watch Talon and the other elf. I forget her name already.
Tella.
And Tella. And then I am not making as many rounds as Talon, but I'm making some rounds and doing a circle instead of the half circle.
Fair. All right. Okay. Moxie. If you are so inclined, this gentleman is going to take you to the river, or to like a nice little like pond offshoot of this river that he had seen on the way in, and he asks you if you would like to go for a swim with him as he begins to disrobe and walk into the pool.
And I just start taking my clothes off and go too.
Perfect. We can fade to black in that situation.
So I get to bang him?
Yeah, if you want to. He's down.
Okay.
But he I won't go into detail, but he didn't want to do it like right next to everyone else because that's a little like weird. But after a while, you guys do. You have a shadow behind you, Rachel.
It's so spooky.
It's Link's tail.
Oh.
I'm not haunted. It's just Link again. Making his third appearance tonight.
Moxie, I would say probably after like an hour and a half, you guys make your way back.
Okay. I'm tired as
hell.
Yeah.
Says no one ever.
And he sort of like walks you by, like he gives you his arm, walks you back to your tent, gives you like a little head tip, and then moves back to the fire where he goes on the other side of the space and sleeps next to the horse, still within the campfire, but he's taking the warmth from the horse as well. So, Q?
I'm wondering if at any point Moxie becomes pregnant. And I hope that's not a spoiler alert, but that'd be Jack.
Actually, tieflings and elves can have children together. We can just, if you want that to happen, that is something we can discuss. However, he does not want that to happen, so that is not something that could have happened in this exchange.
All right, perfect. That's what
for
I'm hoping.
reasons.
real life Tanya is very concerned for Moxie's birth control. So I'm
Oh,
good.
no, no,
I'm
no.
good.
Fantasy birth control. It's fine.
Magic. Elven
Mm.
birth control.
There you go. Um,
Our village
so,
gives everybody vasectomies.
Perfect.
no, that's not what I meant.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Well, think of how perfect that would be. Because you know what? Sometimes that is reversible. So
Magical vasectomies are always reversible. We just give
Are
them
they
to
are
all
always
men.
All right. Moving on. The first watch, you guys do see Moxie come back after a while and go to her tent. You see the two of them split off. The first watch is over, and I'm sure that Talon and Tella kind of have this like they're watching each other as they both go to sleep, making sure that the other one is actually going to sleep. But Sor sits up and begins to.
I'm one-upping Tella because I have Root literally sitting on a branch above me watching because he slept while I watched. So not only is she watching me, but she has Root to deal with too.
She does start her trance, and Sor sits at the fire. Who's taking the second watch?
I'll take second.
I will too.
And he'll sit at the fire with you guys, and he will talk about pretty much anything and everything, anything you're interested in. He's very conversational. He does not mention his walk with Moxie because he is a gentleman. But if Moxie wants to talk about it later, she definitely can. Yeah,
I will.
yeah, you guys, the second watch goes by without any issues. Is there anything you guys want to discuss?
We can't see that tower from here, right?
Correct.
Okay. Probably not.
Alhena just spends a lot of it. She's got her like big star map that she's always like rolling out, and her like map of the Sword Coast, and is like just the entire time she's awake, just up and down.
Sor is probably one of the only people that you know that can help name all the stars with you. And he will sit there if you'll let him, like kind of looking over your shoulder, like, oh yeah, this one, and this is the story our people tell about it. And he's very excited to share those things and talk in general with you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. The sun begins to rise. The fire has gone out. The elves wake from their trances. Moxie, you wake up from your well-earned sleep. And the elves sort of pack up fairly early and put their horse, they put their extra items on their horse and bid you guys farewell unless there's anything else.
I've made myself scarce since waking up.
I feel like I would have walked up to Sor.
Sure.
And been like, so where could I find you again, Anne?
Well, depends. Normally I'm in the high forest, but sometimes I'm traveling. Sometimes I'm up in the mountains looking at the stars.
Well, if you ever come by a circus, the Medora Circus, that's me. Come watch me sometime.
He kind of gives you a wink. I'd love to do that.
And then I just walk away.
He like looks after you for a moment and then turns, his clothing still falling off of his shoulder every which way, and they move further down the road, the opposite direction which you guys are going.
So Nazira is drinking coffee, and she's going to go up to Moxie and say, so, did Sora make you sore?
Yeah, kinda. That was a long time.
I've waited so long to say that, but
I'm
I
tired as
thought you were
shit.
gone for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a long, long, long time, but well worth it.
Mm-hmm. Now you'll have a story to share with the girls.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's the best part. As we travel, I tell them like every detail anybody wants to hear about it.
Nismet, Moxie had sex last night.
I'm very happy for her. Very disappointed that she didn't come back with any better stories.
I was gonna say she didn't. There wasn't any talking at all. Barely any talking at all.
Maybe next time.
There were sounds.
Yeah.
And that's why they went to the water.
It was not loud enough.
Nismat grew up amongst Fae, like
Oh,
sex.
I know.
Good for you. She keeps walking.
Cool.
So, while we're where's Talon while we're all walking?
Ahead further than I normally am now.
Okay. So, Nazira takes this time to catch up to you to ask you about last night because I want to know.
What about last night?
Hey, well, what the hell happened with you? Like, even when I first met you, you were not on that guard. So, what the fuck?
I just, don't like many other high elves.
Okay. Understandable. And I'll leave it at that because I'm not going to be that nosy.
Okay.
And I will not offer up anything else.
Fair.
And I'm going to keep out ahead of everybody. Basically with Root at this point.
All right. Is there anything anyone wants to discuss during the day? This
Honey,
is
you're on mute.
I am for you guys. I wasn't for the stream. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss during the day? This is your third day of travel. You still have 2 left.
I'm going to look for some tracks, see if I can catch some rabbits so I don't have to hunt before dinner if we want to eat some meat tonight.
You do have some leftover from yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't worry about hunting then. If I've got enough left over for us to eat, then I'm not worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe looking for some herbs along the side of the road.
Sure.
To add to
the
stew tonight.
Why don't you make a survival check for me?
Okay. I will do that on the thingy majingy over here. Yeah. 21.
Perfect. Yeah, you are able to find some nice little herbs. You even find a mint plant, which is very actually it's pretty like prominent in this area. They're not in this area, but you find a large chunk of mint because it's once you get it going, it goes. And you are able to take some of that. You can add it to your tea if you'd like, but you can find some like sage and some thyme. Get some little extra time. Yeah. I would like everyone to make a perception check as the day continues.
10.
16.
20.
17.
All right. All of those of you who rolled above a 20, or I'm sorry, above a 15, as you are moving in the evening is beginning to come, you start thinking about making camp. You kind of hear this odd sound off to the side where you were thinking about making camp. It seems to be like there's a little clearing off to the left. It's it's hard to describe the sound. It sounds natural, but not for here. It's kind of like a sloshing sound.
What kind of sloshing? Like sloshing in like a river or something?
Not quite. The river's still a ways off in that direction, but maybe it could be a brook, but
Like
it seems
bathtub sloshing?
yeah.
Okay.
That's not a normal
Is
noise for here.
anybody else here? No,
Yeah.
that's not normal
No,
at
that's
all.
not a normal noise for here.
Hear what?
There's like a sloshing
Let's go. Let's,
in the distance.
yeah.
Like someone walking through a puddle?
Or shallow water. That kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go look.
Let's go check it out. I grab my my bow and my dagger.
I'm gonna yell after them if they're ahead of me, like, or Root could go first. Look at it aerially, or not. Just,
Or that.
I'm feeling
out of
antsy.
spoons for today.
Oh, I wonder why you have so much energy.
Yeah, I need to go for a little walk. I'll be quiet. Don't worry about me. I'm a professional.
Nismat, Alhina, are you guys following?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll follow.
Yes.
Will is with you guys. He was discussing some of the trees in the area and how their bark could be used to brush one's teeth with, which is a real thing that you can do with some tree bark. Anyways, Moxie, are you gonna move stealthily?
Yeah, I'll do a stealth check.
Go for it.
Let's try it.
Anyone who's approaching, please, if you'd like to be stealthy, roll me a stealth check.
15.
Nice.
14.
I also got a 15.
Nice.
18.
Dang.
26.
Holy shit. Okay, y'all
With a
are
nat
approaching.
20.
Damn. So you
Our
guys
rogue
are
is the sneakiest.
you guys are approaching.
right.
Moxie is actually like keeping herself pretty low. Like you can Talon, you can hear her, but you know, it's not as easy as it normally is when Moxie just kind of walks into things. You like as you get low and start to move into this area, you look to your right to remark to Nazira about how stealthy Moxie is. She's not there. You're sure she was there. She's not there anymore. You have no idea. Nazira, you could be anywhere you want right now. I don't even care. But you guys approach this clearing as the sun is setting, and you hear the sloshing. It kind of turns into like a sludgy sort of as if you were well, as you move into this area, you can see from sort of this tree line there are plenty of places you can like hide behind without having to actually be in the area. The moon shines in this clearing that is lined with trees, but the ground is completely covered in mud. As opposed to like the grass or the leaves, anything else in this area. You do see in the center there is a pole sticking up, and on the pole there is something at the top, but it is all kind of covered in mud at this point. And as the sun continues to set, you guys can see the mud is moving, like as if bubbling and falling back down. There seem to be things moving in the mud, sort of squashing around, and that's kind of where this sound is coming from. It's a very wet mud, and Talon, you would know, and pretty much everyone would know, this is very uncommon. This mud shouldn't be here. And as the sun finally goes beyond the horizon, these forms in the mud begin to make a sound as if like a guttural sort of chanting in their throat, which I cannot do without destroying my voice. But it is a very like rhythmic guttural sound. And as the sun sets, these figures, instead of moving in sort of unnatural patterns, start to move together as if they are rocking back and forth, and they emerge, and you see humanoid mud-like figures raising up from the earth, and they place their hands up in the air and start to bellow into the night. And I think that's a good place to end for tonight. And we can do it just a little bit early, but we'll go through and do everyone's sign-offs before we get too into things. Mud people. Oh, Alex. Puddle of mud. How dare you? On my Christian Minecraft server. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you everyone in chat for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you guys for the subs, your gifted subs, and the follows and the biddies. I appreciate it so much. Let's go around and everyone tell us where you are, where we can find you, where you're going to be next, starting with Savannah.
That's me. Hi, I'm Savvy. You can find me at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter. My schedule is pinned there. When I am not here, I am most of the time on twitch.tv/game nights. That's game with 2 G's and nights with a K. That is my channel. You can see LB over there sometimes, many times now as well. I'm over there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoons. And LB is also over there on Tuesdays. And then on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, you can find me on twitch.tv/Colonomicon playing Monster of the Week. And I think that's all I'm doing right now.
Perfect.
That's me.
And the very tired, very excited, very bitty bitch, Hype Goblin, what you doing?
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah, your friendly neighborhood Hype Goblin. You can find me on the interwebs, on all the social media as the Hype Goblin. I do all the things. I do Twitch.
You sure do.
We do Masks TTRPG over there and video games. This is all the brain power I have at this moment, but I love you all. Go drink some water and eat something healthy. That's it.
Love you.
That's me.
Love you too, sweetheart. Please sleep a lot tonight. Thank you very much. Tanya, where can we find you? What do you do?
Oh, hey. Other than my podcast, Spider Flexibility, you can find me and Ted and Tina on Instagram, The Abominable Pugs, where I post pictures of them because I need to show someone all the pictures I take. And that's all I got for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Officially the first person to get laid on the stream. So
Yeah.
the first of
That's
many,
right.
I'm sure.
That's typical of our D&D games. Ted won't let me kiss him, though. What a dick. Okay.
Tanya, thank you very much. Rachel, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi. Anyway, sorry. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth. I'm here on Sundays, obviously from 8:30 to whenever we decide to be done for the night. And sometimes on my channel, I stream things like Skyrim because I will love that game until I die and play it forever. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle instead of an S. I still hate that rhymes, but it works. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kelly. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Hello. You can find me here on Sundays because this is my only D&D game that I play. You can follow me on the TikTok, Kel, or you can follow my professional page at Kel Behind the Chair if you're into cosmetology stuff, because that's what I do. And that's about it. I'm no fun.
You're so much fun. Your TikToks are amazing. And I am LB Hackema. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will see you next week, and then we will have a small hiatus because I will be moving to not here anymore. I won't be in a freezing basement. And I'm excited to see where this campaign goes. But stop by next week, same time, same place. This channel is going to be live on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing some Dead by Daylight because apparently that's all I play on Tuesdays now, which I'm totally okay with. I'm getting good at Bing Bong, and I'm happy about it.
You want to play some Survivor? I'm with you, girl.
Hell yeah. On Thursdays, Lauren is going to be live playing with the gang. They're going to be playing think, Pummel Party this week. On Friday, we're going to be all together, and please stop by on Friday. We're going to do Jackbox games so everyone can be involved. And then back here on Sunday. So thank you guys so much again for the follows and the biddies and all that sort of stuff. We're going to go raid Indoors channel because they are doing Rime of the Frost Maiden, and they are amazing. So thank you guys again so much for following us and watching us. I'm really excited with this group and with this game. And let's go raid. Bye!